Hey crafty YouTube friends, it's Rena, and this is about the 5th time I've tried to do this video. Either my phone rings, somebody comes in, or some sort of emergency, or I have a bad blooper. So I'm going to try to get through this, and I'm going to tell you guys I must really, really love you because I am missing the first probably 10 minutes of Grey's Anatomy, beginning of the season, to do this video. So I obviously used the Prima Belle collection, and I got really, really lucky. My girlfriend and I were on the phone. I mentioned that I was looking everywhere for it and couldn't find it. She's like, oh my gosh, I have like 4 sheets of each. I have all the flowers, the chipboard, the note cards, the journaling cards. I have everything. She says, I'll sell it to you for 35 bucks. So I jumped on it, and here is my mini. So, I used a lavender cardstock for my binding, and I layered this pretty lace from Hobby Lobby on it. This organza trim, and then also this pearl lace is also from Hobby Lobby. And the binding also has the paper collection, and then let me flip it over. The back also has the beautiful papers from the paper collection. So I used it looks like a Michael's frame, but it's not. It's from the Hobby Lobby wedding section. And I cut out one of the fairies, and this little tab will pull the photo out, and then it can go back in if you want to, and if whoever gets this wants to insert their own photo, but otherwise the fairy can stay in there. I have this beautiful spray, all Wild Orchid Crafts except for this blue one and this blue one are Recollection. I use Petaloo leaves, and I always cut my little, I don't know what you call this, a spray. I buy the cheap flowers at the craft store, and I cut these little things off and use them as my fillers and inserts. I layered some Recollection bling. This is a magnolia die. There's another one back here. This butterfly and this butterfly are from lace from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I layered this little white bow on top. And I have this bling and this bling here also from the Hobby Lobby wedding department. So I normally don't like to put a closure, but I thought that this particular mini warranted one, and so I used the beautiful lace that I have over here on the binding, and I just got that from Hobby Lobby. It looks really expensive, but it isn't, and it's just beautiful. So let's start with the first page, and what I did was I made this fold out right here, and this has got a pull-out tag, and that just slips underneath there, so there's room for nice large photos. Then it opens this way, and another photo mat, and then 2 pull-out journaling tags here, and this chipboard piece is from the collection, as is this up here. My flower spray is all Prima, and this piece of bling is from the DIY Boutique Supply, and I believe this little angel is from Saw Crafters. This trim also, I believe, is from Saw Crafters. It's real pretty, and they had it marked down trying to move it, so I grabbed that, and I loved it too. So here I have a magnetic closure on that. So that opens up, and there are 2 pull-out tags here. And then this journaling tag. And this actually pulls out, and there's room for photos on both sides. I'll put that back in later. Alright, my next page is here, and what I've done is This is a piece of chipboard from the collection, as is this and this. This is a Prima resin piece, and I layered some Prima and a Wild Orchid Craft flower. And that also has a magnetic closure. And it opens like this for a nice large photo, maybe some small photos. This is from the collection, as is this piece of chipboard. I layered some bling that I got. This is Recollection bling. And this is from Hobby Lobby, as is this trim here. So then it opens up like this, and room for a large photo. And then there are journaling tags in here underneath, and more chipboard pieces from the collection. This page, I think, could potentially be one of my favorite pages. Love the fairies, and more Prima. This is a Wild Orchid Craft, but everything else is Prima. And I used this, I'm sorry for the glare, ladies. I used this Articake, and this little girl is a fairy, and these are fairy ballerinas, so I thought that was very appropriate. I have this metal closure that I have bought several in my stash a while back, and it's kind of hard to do with just one hand. I knew when I put this on, I was like, doing the video is going to be really hard. There we go. The two hands, it's very, very simple. So this just opens up like this, and there are a couple of pull-out tags here, and another fairy from the collection, and just beautiful papers. Just beautiful. So that is that page. Oh, and I layered some more lace here and some organza floral trim there. Now my next page is a little blingy, and I used that organza trim from the front, and I layered a larger bling in the center here. I've used a vellum paper to make up a pocket. These two chipboard pieces from the collection, as are the flowers. And then I've got a little lace and some netting trim there. And there's several pullouts here. Oh, let me show you up here too. These are all Prima. This is a Wild Orchid Craft and Wild Orchid Craft. And then I have a metal key here. Actually, on the paper, there is a key where she's reaching for the key, so I went ahead and added a key there. This is a pullout, and this opens up for 4 photos on this side, and I obviously spaced those 2, so I will be adding more paper to that, so I'm going to leave that out to remind me. This is a little envelope, and I have a little card inside, and there's a place for journaling. So there's that, and then a couple of pull-out tags as well. Alright, this page here, I have more beautiful flowers, and I used some sprays that came, I got at the wedding department at Hobby Lobby, and I used this Prima Angel resin piece. Now, this unties, and it's kind of like the insert that was on the other page. It opens up, only this one has papers on everything. So there's that. And then there is a pocket up here, and there is a large pull-out tag there. So it slides back in. So that's that page. And this is the second to the last page, and I used some more of this pretty floral trim from Saw Crafters. And These two both have magnetic closures. I used a pretty trim and I layered it with the lavender to match the paper line. And behind it I have a square doily on both of them. And that just opens up for 2 photos. And then this one also opens the same way. And I used another angel here. Alright, this is the last page, and it's really a big page. I made this insert, and this acetate pocket is actually from a Tim Holtz die. So it's a pretty, I don't know, maybe a 1/2 inch acetate pocket. And I created this mini album. And it's a substantial sized mini. I think it's like 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And it's pretty basic. Let me open it, and there's room for photos. And there is a pull-out tag in each page pocket. So there's another one here. And then I have a small page here with a couple of the chipboard pieces and several pull-out tags there. And these 2 middle pages also have chipboard pieces. And then more pull-out tags here. And then room for more photos. And as I mentioned, each page has a pocket with a pull-out tag. So that is my mini, my substantial mini. Like I said, it's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. That slips in here. And I have a resin piece there and a resin piece in the bottom corner as well. With this organza trim again and more lace. So that is my Prima Fairy Belle mini. Not too many, but I had a lot of fun. And I hope you guys liked it, because I really did work hard on it. And I don't really enjoy the large minis as much as I do the smaller ones. But this particular mini, because of the papers and the large fairies on it, it needed to be bigger. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to be back with a haul video as soon as Grey's Anatomy is over. Okay, you guys, happy scrapping. See you soon. Bye-bye.